I'm Bob Longmire. They call me Chicago Bob around here. And I'm 68 years old, recently retired. I had a career in corporate existence, and I was doing IT work, database management. Before that, before I got through school, I worked in factories, but played music all the time. And came time to retire and go to this thing full time. I first picked up a guitar when I was about 14 years old, and all I could do was chords to the Kingston Trio, which was pretty hot back then. I've worked with it long enough to know where I want to go, and I know how to get the sounds out that I can hear in my head. It just feels so free and open and in tune with the universe to express it out. I've heard other people doing the same thing, and I know when they're doing it because I can tell by the feeling I get. Mahal does that the same way. And the feeling spreads. The people in the audience, the people listening, they get that same feeling, and that can take people nowhere but up.
I don't ever remember not hearing music in this life. I grew up probably still because of the Caribbean and Southern influence in my life. That music was like breathing. I think I'm really lucky. Very few people in this country really get to love what they do. You know, and I'm loving what I did. The only reason I did it the way I've done it is because I knew I had the opportunity, and that means, you know, play the music that I want, you know, disregarding what's popular, you know, how to sell myself that way, because, you know, it's what I wanted to play the music. I really wasn't trying to be popular or anything. The Americana Music Award, it was a Lifetime Achievement Award. Completely blindsided me. I just felt really excited that a group of my peers really thought enough of me and what I was doing all my life to bestow an honor on me like that.
I'm excited about meeting Mahal. I've watched him and been a fan of his for years. Everything he does has his own stamp on it, has his own energy in it. And if it's folk, if it's world music or whatever kind of stuff, it's like his music by the time he's done with it. And that's really cool. It's a really great way to put the music out there. I want to feel some of that kind of energy up close and see what that's like.
Bob.
Hello, man.
All right, how you doing, man?
Chicago Bob. How you doing?
Chicago Bob.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
Cool.
I just recently retired, and I've been doing music all my life. But I was wondering if you could offer any tips to a newly retired and a newly dedicated guy going into music a little bit more. Tips and advice, huh? Yeah.
Nice. Go for what you love.
That's it.
That's really the only rule.
That's good.
And play the music because that's what you want to do.
That's exactly
You know,
right.
anything else, everything else is gravy.
Uh-huh.
You know, whether they find you, whether they know you, whether they like you, it's all gravy.
I moved to Chicago in 1971, and I decided to learn as much about the blues as I could. I didn't know I was going to be here for 40 years. And I didn't expect to still be learning at the end of all that time, but I am. There's a cool vibe around this. There's a kind of a pulse to the city, and that gets reflected in the blues they play. What is it about the blues and about the kind of music you do that you like the best? What does that do to you to be playing these things?
Well, I mean, it's a way. It's a very deep way of expressing myself. It really allows me to always get back to a positive center. Mm-hmm. No matter whatever it is, whatever the day brings you, just get back to a positive center. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just something that I just always loved to do, and now I got the chance to do it more and more and more.
That's right.
It's really fun. Having retired, I feel like I'm beginning to accelerate again, you know? So it's like a creative awakening that's happening since retiring. And since going into music in such a much more full way, I want to keep on going. I appreciate your words, my man. Yeah, I've been a fan of yours for a long time.
Well, thank you, man. We'll continue it on.
That's it. Yeah.
Keeping it going.
He is one who seems like he lives what he's talking about. Probably the thing that I heard most deeply from talking to him and from seeing that whole experience was not only that he plays his music from the center, but everything that he said came directly from within his spirit. He didn't do nothing that he didn't totally mean and get behind with all of his spirit. And that man's got a lot of it.
Pick the pearl and pay the price. I tell young guys is that go find what the real music is and listen to it and hear it until you have a personal understanding with it. Because it's not taking something from somebody. It's allowing that to come through you.
There's a feeling that I get when I play my guitar and play my own tunes that feels like I'm in touch with the whole universe. There's nothing like it in the world.